This is my story. I was born into a poor family in a small village. Life wasn't easy for us, but we managed to get by. My father was sick, and my mother struggled to provide for us. As the eldest of 3 children, I felt responsible for my family's survival. Every night, I heard my parents whispering about our struggles, the debts we owed, and the empty future that awaited us. One evening, my mother came to me with a bright smile. "Maria, there's hope for us," she said, holding my hands tightly. "Madam Grace visited today. She said she can help you get a job abroad. You'll earn enough to take care of us and even save for yourself." I was hesitant. Abroad? Mama, what kind of job? What if it's a lie? No, Mama insisted. She's a good woman. Many girls from our village have gone through her and come back successful. This is your chance to save us. Looking at my father's pale face and the hungry eyes of my younger siblings, I knew I couldn't say no. "Okay, Mama. I'll do it." Madam Grace arrived the next day. She was beautiful and confident, wearing expensive clothes and gold jewelry that sparkled in the sunlight. Her smile was warm, and her voice was smooth like honey. "My dear Maria," she said, placing her hand on my shoulder. "You're making the right decision. You'll work as a waitress in a big city. They pay well, and you'll send money home every month." Her words were like music to my ears. A waitress. I could do that. I imagined myself serving drinks in a clean restaurant, earning money to lift my family out of poverty. She took care of everything: my passport, travel documents, and even a new suitcase. "Don't worry about anything," she said. "Just focus on the bright future ahead." The day I left my village, Mama cried and hugged me tightly. "Make us proud, Maria," she whispered. "We are counting on you." I boarded the bus with Madam Grace, my heart pounding with a mix of fear and excitement. As the vehicle pulled away, I looked back at my family, waving at me with hopeful smiles. Little did I know, I would never see them the same way again. After a long journey, we arrived at the airport. Madam Grace stayed close to me, guiding me through every step. We boarded a plane, and I was amazed by the clouds outside the window. This is the start of my new life, I thought, holding on to hope. When we landed, the city lights dazzled me. The streets were busy, and tall buildings seemed to touch the sky. But as we drove away from the airport, the scenery changed. The streets became darker, and the buildings looked old and abandoned. "Where are we?" I asked. "This is just a temporary stop," Madam Grace replied, her smile now colder. She took me to a rundown house and introduced me to 2 men with harsh faces. "They'll take care of you now," she said, handing me over like a package. Panic rose in my chest. "Madam Grace, what's happening?" I thought. "Enough questions," one of the men barked. "Do as you're told, and you'll be fine." I was shoved into a small, dirty room filled with other girls. Their faces were pale, their eyes hollow. Some of them were crying, while others sat in silence. "Welcome to your new life," one of the men said before slamming the door shut. I soon learned the truth. There was no restaurant job. No bright future. I had been sold into prostitution. Every night, they forced us onto the streets, dressed in clothes that left us exposed.